Okay, well, I'm not really looking at viewers. I'm just looking at trying to get it spread out. I'm This is my first time kind of doing it. I've been breeding for a long time, and I'm gonna go ahead and kind of show you how I breed. I may be, everybody has their own ways and variations or whatever else, but like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. It's kind of an in-depth, and I'll try and keep it slow, but I'm really like ADHD, so bear with me. Okay, so the way I kind of usually set it up is I have one male to several females. Beaver does glitchy. I'm on Lost Island, so it's the Nightmare of Lost Island. But I like the base. I want to use it. Okay, so I usually do 5 to 4, and what I'll try and do is I try and get the stats of the highest level tames I can get. And the way they kind of go is you got all the levels here, right? And you have like all these numbers, and like what it amounts to is each one of these all added up ends up the level of the tame. So you got 78 plus 77 plus 85 plus 70 plus 72 plus 72 will end up at 455. I'm not going to add it up right now, but that's kind of the idea. So you'll end up with all the that, and what you're trying to do is you're trying to get the highest stats onto your tame. So you got 84 and 83 here. You've got 83 there, but only 76 and 71 there. Well, you don't want those ones, and so on and so forth. So all these eggs are worthless. I've already gone through and separated them off, but I kind of want to show you how my process is. I went through and collected the ones that had both the 84, the 80, or close to 84. I think I ended up getting like 71, but that was fine. But 83, and then I ended up with like an 86 or something for melee, and those were what I was after in the end. So I ended up with like 714 as like so there's 415 with 714 is the melee, and then 12 something is the health, and then 2317, and then the females ended up with a little lower or a little higher health, sorry, and then the same stamina and the same melee. So that seems to sound close for offline. I don't care about that. Okay, so then that makes it to where, so you got pretty much the same stats, just a little bit of difference in health. So now the eggs are going to be coming out really close to the same. And that's what your goal is, just trying to get the eggs the same. So you're not sitting there trying to guess what your original stats are. So now I see a 76, 83, 87 is my eggs. That's what they're coming out as, 83, 87, 76. So that was the whole process, is just going through and trying to get the male and females doing. So what I did is I cloned the female to make it to where all of them are the same, to where it's easier to clone it, and so on and so forth. You don't have to clone it. You can go through and find the eggs and go through and make sure that you got the proper eggs that are all the same. It's going to be more of a pain that way, but that's why I kind of like using the cloner. Anyway, so I ended up getting one mutation here, and if you notice, it's 2 levels higher than so if it's not 450, it's 452. And it went into the stamina, it's now 85, but it's a female. So the way I do the breeding, the male always becomes the mutated. The mutation stays on the male side. You don't want it mutated into the females, because if you mutate it into the females, it's going to make it to where you stack fake mutations, and it causes your stats to not actually change. It just says there's an extra mutation when there's none there. So you don't want the females to ever have mutations on them. Always keep them clean. Never mutations. Keep them clean. Males will become the mutated. But I got a mutation on a female that I kind of want. And then there's another one over here that is in weight, but it is a male. So let's go ahead and hatch both of those. This weight one is meh. I'm not really too fond of it because it's weight, but it's a male. And then I got a female here. So I want that male to have the weight into it. So, I want the male because it's the mutation. So the way to get the mutation out of them is going to be the next step. And then we'll go ahead and hatch them. I got it on, or should have it on maturation. God, I hate that word. Number 10. So they shouldn't take too long to raise. Oh, I ended up with triplets. Nice. They're just what I didn't really want, actually. But okay. Okay, especially in the male. That's the last one I wanted in there. Maybe the female, but anyway. I don't even think you guys are going to fit the door with how fast the maturation rate is. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to have to crowd. Okay. Alright. So this will be the mutated weight. And we'll check the stats here in a second. Let me get these guys all out of here first. God, I was not expecting 3 of these fuckers. Alright. So once I get these out of here, I'll show you. Okay, so now we'll be able to kind of see the weight difference. So here, what's the weight on this one? It is 912. Weight on this is 928. So it's not a huge jump, but it's a big enough jump that you can tell. And it's always 2 levels, so it's not going to be a huge jump on anything. So you got to slowly do this. It's kind of a process. Alright, and so then the other mutation is on the female here, on this one over here. So this is the one I really want. It's the stamina one. So the stamina is 2362, and it would jump from 2317. So that was a good jump. I like that. Okay. So we'll bring this one out to mature. And you don't want to imprint them because then it's going to mess with the stats. Never imprint them, because if you imprint them, it's going to make it to where you have to sit there and guess what the stats were before the imprint, or you have to write it down or something. I just don't mess with the stats of my breeders, and then just leave it at that. Okay, so now that those are all done, God, I got eggs everywhere. Not really worried about them. I'm going to end up taking this one out. Is my goal. Now, I'm going to pull him out. Now this is him, and he is my original male. So I'm going to name him something like OG male, because you need these guys eventually, because of when you go into breeding heavily, you're going to have to breed the females that are mutated in, and so you need a male that doesn't have the mutations but still has the original stats to jump those stats into another tame. So you always want to keep your original male and one of your original females at all times, just in case something happens with the female. Female is a little bit different because you don't really need it, but sometimes once in a while, if you get deep into breeding, you'll need a female to help pull the mutations out, which is kind of what I'm going to show you here once my timer comes up, because you need to pull the mutations out of the female, and the male, and then get an egg that's a male that'll go in the thing. So I'm probably going to have to hatch a few just to get the male and female with both the mutations on these. And what I'm going to try and do is, since I got 2 mutated, I'm going to try and hatch just those eggs with both mutations into those tames, which is going to be, because sometimes the mutations don't even show up either, and so you want to get it in the stat. It's the huge thing. Okay, so now that I got the other Drake, okay, we'll get you down, let you raise up so you're not dying. Okay, so yeah, you're going to have those. Okay. So we need you to come over with this one. Ooh, I see the color change in this one. It's just the fins, but it's a nice little color change. This one didn't change much. Maybe the blue? No, it didn't really change much. I don't know. Nobody's watching me. Whatever. The carrot in like 8 hours, but like it matured in an instant. I love my settings on this; they're epic. It's my single player, and I'm not like, yeah. Anyway, he's almost grown already. So this is my original male, so I'll keep him off to the side so he doesn't like try and breed with everybody anymore. Not to collect all my eggs here a little bit, but not really needing those eggs now that I got a couple mutations to work with. I could technically try and do the same process I'm going to be doing here with all of these eggs and just steal mutations and keep doing it and stacking them this way. But it's easier doing it this process where I'm going to take a male and then just stack it back up and then go to the next cycle. Because breeding into them is a pain in the butt, so your best bet is to keep having that mutation go up to the top and then breed it in and then make it another mutation. So just like 2 mutations, 3 mutations, 4 mutations, 5 mutations, and just stack them onto each other instead of sitting there and trying to have to pull a mutation over here, a mutation over here, a mutation over here, and try to breed them all in together. That's a way people have done it, and I've seen people do it, but it's just too much work for me. This is the simpler way, in my opinion, but it's not simple. Like, there is no simple side to it. Alright, so now that these two are going to breed, once they're egg, we'll check it out and see if we get 2 mutations in both into the same stats that we want, the stamina and the weight, wasn't it? Yeah, it was weight. So that's what we'll try for, is the weight and the stamina into these drakes. Don't kick me. Alright, cool. Somebody's watching me. Hey, how's it going, whoever's watching? But yeah, so this is going to be the next step, is going ahead and getting the stamina and the 2 mutations into the drakes. Now that I've got the main ones there, I don't know who's watching, or if you guys are actually watching it for the mutations, or if you're just watching to watch me. But, okay. Hurry. I should have jumped through mutation this cycle. Broke box. Nah, this one. Hey, what's up? I don't know how far what you've missed, but you might have to watch back. I'm gonna, once this video is done, and I'm gonna post it as a regular video. But I pretty much kind of went through the cycle of pulling out the breeders by breeding it into it and getting the perfect stats. And these are my perfect stat breeders here. I've gotten a couple of mutations here that I'm trying to breed the mutations out of. So there's a mutation that's a weight on one and a stamina on the other, and so I'm trying to get an egg that has both of them on at the same time. So that's what my goal is right now, is to try and get a mutation into both. Sorry, my leg's killing me. I'm sitting all weird. Hey, what's up, JP? Not sure. Alright, but yeah, so that's what my goal is right now, is trying to get those mutations to pop into both. And I'll show you kind of go back through a little bit of my eggs, what they ended up coming out as. So the numbers match, or I'll show you right here. So you see the numbers in the dinos are the difference. So like the numbers make the difference with the levels. So each one of these levels or these points become a level into your tame. So you have like 87 plus 83 is, you know, and then all of them together equals 450. So the higher the level is you'll get from breeding will come from having all the stats the same that you want. So what I've been shooting for is I went and read them all up, and I got it to where they're 87 and 83, and if you look, all the eggs are the same. And that's the key, is to make it to where the male and the female match up, to where you want the eggs to come out all the same every time they lay an egg. And that's the hardest part to do, because before you get to, well, not hardest part to do, hardest part's the mutation side. Once you get to that stage where you're popping them, that's when you start actually looking for the mutations. I'm on PC right now, but I mean, I play on PS. But this is my way to do it, because it's a little easier for me to do it. So these are kind of the mutations, the way they go. So now I ended up getting a mutation that ended up popping, I think it was 85 in stamina, and then 66 on weight on of them. And one's a male and one's a female. Now you never want the 2 mutts together. So you never want the mutts to be in the females on bottom. Always keep the mutts only on the top. Oh, okay. Hey, what's up, Gray? So always keep the mutts on the top. You know, on the one breeding, the male. Always the male be the mutated dino. Never mutate the females. Leave the females to unmutated. It's hard to do sometimes, because you'll end up with mutations in females, and that's kind of what I'm doing here, is you breed that mutation into a male. So you want to just pretty much get a clean male with that's why I always take my original male, so I call him OG male, and I keep him separated off. Because then I'll breed that with any female that had a mutation, because you still get the high stats, but then the mutation will jump onto it. So always keep your original male. And that's another thing, and sometimes I even miss it, and I'll forget, and I'll like not name it, and I'll just try to remember to keep that original male. Try to keep an original female too, just because sometimes you'll need it, just in case you get deep into mutations. It just helps to have the extra female as well. But then once you get that, then you got the mutation. So I got it on a female and a male. So this one I'm doing a little bit differently because I got one on each. So I'm just going to pop both mutations onto one egg. But typically it would be just one unmutated and one mutated, being that they're, you're trying to pull that one mutation out. But I'm trying to pull two mutations at once. I'm going a little bit, overboard here. But anyway, that's kind of the goal. I don't know if I'm going too fast. Sorry if I am. I don't know where I put that egg. There it is. Okay, so now this is supposed to be the dual mutated egg. So it didn't get the weight mutation put onto it, or the stamina. That sucks. Okay. Neither mutation jumped over. So that egg is pretty much worthless. And that's the big issue, is a lot of people don't realize that the mutations, even though they're there, they don't always pop out. Because you can tell, because it was supposed to be 85 for the stamina and 66 for the weight. So this thing, neither of them have popped. It's just a worthless egg. Even though it says it's got the mutations, neither of them are actually stuck. It's hard to explain, but I think that's a semi-glitch in ARC, to be honest with you, which does not surprise me that they don't work. So that's actually a worthless egg. So I pretty much have to go through and wait till it breeds again to get the one I want, and just keep doing that. Now I can go through all these eggs, find the other mutations, go through, pull all those mutations out, get them all set up, but it's easier to just keep that male mutated and get more eggs that are from that other male. I don't know if you get what I mean, but it just makes it to where it's a little easier. How long is the time frame? Oh, they're already breeding again. Cool. I got it set to where instant breed and stuff. Okay, now hopefully we can get them to pop an egg where I can actually work with it. Or at least one of the mutations on it, so I can kind of go to the next step, and then so I can put the male up there and show you what I'm talking about, and then we'll pretty much do this whole next line, and then you just keep pretty much rinse repeat this situation. As soon as you find a mutation, either breed it into the male, put the male up there, add it, but always keep that mutation into that male. So when you're going through all the eggs, pull a male out that has the mutation in it, and then put it up top. And so it'll be 1 mutation, 2 mutation, 3 mutation, 4 mutation, always in the male. Any questions, or am I just going over insanity here? Or anybody even paying that much attention to me? Tell them to come watch my video. Oh, okay. So yeah, okay. Now that's all good. I just want to make sure that I'm not going too fast, or if you have any questions or whatever. All right, now that hopefully this one will pop. Now, but you gotta make sure you missed the part. You can go back through it, but make sure to breed the stats into the eggs at the start of the male and female that have the best stats before you even start the mutation process. Because even mutations that pop in through that time are going to be worthless. They're not going to have the proper stats. So you'll end up with some worthless mutations up until you get them actually this proper stats set up. So here's another mutation. See, it's not popping, so I'm not sure what's going on with these mutations. I'm going to keep trying. I could probably do that. Go and clone the female and just make it and pop her a bunch and see what happens. It's actually not a bad idea. I don't know if I have enough element. I might have to spawn some in. Where's the female? Let me see if I can get her real quick. I'm going to clone her a few times, see if I can get these eggs to pop properly. But see, and that's one thing I like about cloners, is because of that. You can actually do this way. It makes it to where all the stats transfer over fine. Max level, yes. So I was talking to, we did a huge thing. And like I kind of did some things that I didn't really ask everybody about, but the server needed changed. I was not liking that there was so OP tames and everything else. And if I wanted a no wipe server, I needed to cut down on how OP they were because it made it ineffective and this ineffective breeding. So I dropped the levels and their stats down. So their stats are almost official. They got higher health, a lot better stamina, and not much of a boost to melee, just a slight boost to melee. And yes, the max level is like 300 now, not like the 600. Oh, I need to change that on Twitch. I even forgot about that. Anything that you guys buy, I'll adjust for the new server. It's not a big deal. I'll just put the 300 or whatever. It's not a big deal. Because I still have to do it like manually anyhow, so it's not like the end of the world. Alright, let's see if I can get... Where's that Drake at? I thought he was following me. I was just stuck on the other... Really? Like there's one... Really? That's fucking stupid. Anyhow. What are you doing? Are you really stuck there? That is dumb. Freaking hard. Swear to God. They're gonna clean you off, or clear you off. Jesus, stupid ass game. Anyway, gotta love art. How does a tame get stuck in the ground? I just don't. I don't know. Nah, that's gonna show us. I don't know how it is, unless it just has to do with the settings on like single player. But like I can clone in like a minute here. I don't know what the hell. Still not have shards, bro. Damn. I hope they aren't false mutations and that those other mutations weren't actually legit mutations. But even at that, we would still see that jump. Why not? Why am I not? Why is it not making shards? Oh my God, I hate you so much. Alright, I hate you most of the time. It's, okay. Oh, that's why. I didn't realize I didn't put the element in there. Ha! I'm special. That didn't happen, okay? It never happened. Is it still cloning? What the fuck is going on? Is that even cloning? Dude, I activated that thing. Why is it acting like... Okay, it is. Oh my lord. It's not doing the whole blue hue thing. What the hell? Let's see if I can get another egg. Alright, now this clone should be almost done too. Alright. What's up? Who's that? Welcome, Wizard Abigail. Pretty good. Who is it? Do I recognize you? Are you from my servers, or you're just a new viewer? Pretty good. Working on trying to get this mutation out of this Drakes right now. Oh, there's my other shards I had. So I'm cloning a couple females to try and pull this mutation out, or the mutations technically. Oh my god, where'd the egg go? What in the F? Oh, it's not done yet. I thought it was done. My bad. Okay, hopefully I can get this down so I can get an egg, so mutations out. Now we'll grab that other drape. Come on. Where'd you go? You were following me. Where's the F? You're stuck there? Weird. Okay. Let's see if I can get these ones to pop that mutation. Oh, it's still stuck in the Come on, buddy. Get over here. Alright. Where'd you stuck at now? Right there. Same spot. Same spot. Exact same spot. Doesn't know that's it. Not really looking to pay somebody for it. I don't know, maybe. It's kind of hard to, I don't know. I'm not really looking for, like, you know, I don't know. I'm not a huge streamer. I'm mainly doing this for my server of players, but I don't know. It's one of those things. Let's see. That one's not. Oh, he had a couple minutes, I think. Go. Alright, now that I got those guys going, let's see if I can get this egg. Yeah, I don't know, do I have my Discord linked up here? I don't know if I do or not. I don't think so. Oh, okay, the weight moved over this time. So I got the weight on that one. At least gives me a start, I guess. And the weight, God, I wanted the stamina. But see how it's got the 66 now? So one of them moved over. So you want to keep doing that and just keep until you get both of those stats moved over. That's kind of the goal. Yeah, you can send me it. Hold on. Let me give you my Discord, I guess. 1 second, or a Discord you can work with. Maybe just my personal one. I don't know if I can give you a link to my personal, or how that works. Oh, there it is. Yeah, okay. Grimstreams.9 or at. Let me double check. I'm just typing again. Give me a second. Yeah, there it is. That should be it. Alright. Okay. Type it in. Sorry guys, 1 second. There we go. That works. Oh no, it wasn't even it. Grim Streams. I didn't realize I didn't put the S, sorry. My bad. Now you're right. There we go. If I can type, it would help. Alright, so I got the weight on the one. But I don't know, but that's not what I want. It is on a male too, so that's a plus. I want both of the stats on one. Just one. 6685. There it is. But it came onto a female. But it came with an extra mutation. What extra mutation is that? It's in health. Huh! Wow. So sometimes this happens. So I ended up getting the weight stat, my stamina stat, and then they gave me an extra mutation of the health melee all on one egg. So now I have to breed this female with that original male. And I've got a health, stamina, and weight mutation all in one breed already. I just got to make sure it transfers over to the male. Or the female. A male. No, sorry. A male. So, there. That's how you do it. And all those are legit because each one of them gave a 2-point bonus to every stat. And that means, and it's now at level 461. It jumped up, what, 6 levels? 6 levels all at once. That's how you breed. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to patch this one, breed it with the male, and keep sounds good, man. And I'll keep going from there. I'll go ahead and share this video with everybody else. And then I'm going to keep, I don't know if I want to continue doing the whole breed until the end of days if I don't get the, because I could keep doing this for weeks at the rate it's going with me right now. Alright, so this is a female, so now I want to breed this with the original OG male. So I'll go back to my OG male, because this has so many mutations, you need to breed it with something that has none. So I'll breed these two until I get another one with all 3 in it. And then that will be this my next mutations. And that needs to go into a male, and the male is going to be going up there, up on the top. Wow, that's some cool colors. His whole sail turned different. It's like a dark purple, pink, blue, and then his colors is just kind of darkened. But yeah, he's completely different than he was before. Alright, once he grows, I'll breed him with her, or her with him, whatever. And then go to the next stage. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to stay on much longer, but that's kind of the basic idea. And then just keep breeding until you get all 3 of those mutations into a male. Put that male up on the top. And then that will just continue doing that way. And that's pretty much the best way to describe how to cause mutations. And then you just keep going and going until the end of days. Until you stack them up and up and up. I'm probably going to get off. I got not long until I got to go and get my daughter. If I need to do more, I might do more on this, but this is kind of a good basic knowledge of it and stuff like that. And it was only a shorter video too, so I'll go ahead and save it and share it and everything else too, so people can kind of just watch it and see how it is. But alright, talk to you guys later.